Hi, everybody. So, I made a really nice post the other day about fear and letting go of fear. And I figured if I didn't go ahead and do this, I was never going to. And then who am I to talk about things like that? Because fear is the only thing that's holding me back. Fear of no one watching, fear of too many people watching, fear of failure, fear of success, so many fears. And we know that fear is all created in our mind. So why do we continue to be stopped by it? Because our fear is that inner critic that we have in our mind that's just trying to protect us from all the things that could go wrong and maybe some of the things that could go right. When we don't recognize that inner critic and know that they've only got our best interests at heart because they don't want us to get hurt, if we're not recognizing that, then we're always going to be trapped by it because it's going to continue to come back. I listened to Tara Moore talk about our inner critic, and it was the most wonderful, freeing talk that I had heard. And mainly because she did an exercise and she had us really think about who our inner critic was. What is that voice? Where does that voice come from? Who is that voice? Is that voice from our childhood? Is it our mom? Is it our dad? Is it a husband and an ex-husband, a mother-in-law, my aunts? um, who is that inner critic in our mind that keeps telling us that it's not good for us to do that, that we're going to fail, or that we should never step out of our comfort zone? That inner critic, when we think about who that is and think about all of those people in your life who have told you that you couldn't succeed at something, that have held you back, that is the culmination of your inner critic. And when you put a name and a face on that inner critic, it can be so freeing. So we did an exercise and we closed our eyes and we thought about that voice, and we could hear that voice talking to us and telling us why we shouldn't be trying to play big, why we shouldn't be stepping out of our comfort zone. And when she said, "Can you see your inner critic? Can you see that identity that is the culmination of those voices?" And I did. And I don't know if you guys remember Laugh In, but Ruth Buzzy played a character, and it was an old woman, uh, you know, hairnet on her bun, sitting on a park bench. I can see her with tape on her bang curls, getting ready to go out for a walk. Her saggy stockings are hanging down around her ankles with clunky brown shoes. And Artie Johnson comes and sits down next to her and is trying to talk to her, "Hey, Toots," and she whacks him with her purse. That was my inner critic, was Ruth Buzzy, sitting in those baggy stockings telling me not to go out there because I don't know what's going to happen. Don't go out there because I might fail. And I knew at that moment that if Ruth Buzzy was my inner critic, I had nothing to worry about anymore. So now, when I think about fear and the things that I'm afraid of, the things that are holding me back from doing the things that I want to do, I see that picture in my mind, and it helps me get past those fears. I know that when I'm looking at those fears, what I'm really thinking is maybe I need to find out more information about it. Maybe I need to test the waters. Maybe I need to take it slowly and see how it works. But I know that I don't need to be afraid. I just need to find out the information and know that I can do this. I've done it in the past, and I can do it now. So this is me, Lisa, fears and all, telling you that you should let go of those fears. Understand who your inner critic is, put that face on it, and go forward and live your life, because the only person that those fears are holding back is you. It's not going to matter to anybody else. Whether they watch the video or they don't watch the video, that's their loss, because you're here and you're being authentic and you're telling them things that they can use. So go out there and live your best life.